Turn my headphones up. All right. It's 8:15 with the Trap Queen. 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 You know the vibes. Yeah, you know the vibes.
Hello, everybody. I know there's still people out there that haven't subscribed. So, subscribe. You heard me. Subscribe to Auntie's channel. Pretty Girl Loves Travel Content.
Hey y'all, what's up, beautiful people? It is Pretty Girl Loves Trap Content, and we are gathered here today on another hump day, 8:15 Wednesdays with the Trap Queen, discussing Power Season 2, Episode 5. Y'all, you know I'm excited about this episode. Angie is crying her behind off, and I'm loving it. Okay, shout out to McDonald's, okay? So I'm gonna bring up my co-host here. What's up, Brillo?
What's good? Man, that thumbnail hitting right now. Not Jamie.
Not Jamie. Let's see who's in the building, okay, y'all. Y'all been starting real early without me, okay? Hey, Daria Boo, how are you doing? How are you? Hey, Brenda, how are you? Let's see here. Hey, Samira. Hey, Ronald, how are you? Let's see here. HEA, what's up? DeMarcus, what's up? Pookie Lolo. Of course you will put, give me my cracks, Marvin. Oh my God, man. So hilarious. Hey, Karen Boo, how are you? Let's see here. Brillo had a message, the road to the half hour. Wow, make it happen, subscribe, and hit the like button. Yes, y'all. Please do all the things for your girl. Okay, the chat, I know y'all down for me, but whoever's watching, please, if you're not subscribed, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it, okay? And yes, y'all, I'm excited to get into this episode. Y'all just don't understand, okay? Hey, Daria, you doing fine? That's beautiful. That is beautiful, y'all. We halfway there to Friday, okay? All right. So, Brillo, you doing all right before we get into this episode?
Oh yeah, I'm doing great. I got a little package through the mail. I'm about to be fresh to death tomorrow at work.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about another package.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that on the airwaves.
Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Oh gosh. All right. Now we in the trap. Now we can't be, discussing those type of things, on air like that. I'm just saying that's behind the scenes work. But y'all, let's get into this episode. I hope y'all ready, okay? So we start off with your girl Holly, okay? She's over there being interrogated, and she's keeping it real trill. She's keeping her face up. She over there, she was like, I'm not doing the snitching, okay? I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know anything about Tommy, okay? And so, of course, we have everyone's favorite character interrogating her. We have your boy Sax, okay? Everybody was really over there taking turns interrogating because your girl was not phased. You see her over there peeping out. Sax like, oh, I like your watch. Like she playing them real to the left. And Sax, he's doing his due diligence. He's over there was like, dang, 14, 15, 16. You've been over there getting hemmed up by the po-po every year of your entire life, girl. Like, you are a career criminal. You a real thief out here in these streets, okay? And the last charge she got was, a little marijuana possession situation. And, by the time that, they realized she needed to be locked up in Ohio, she flew to New York City. Okay. So apparently, she has an outstanding warrant, as everyone thinks. But they're asking, her, like, what's your relationship with Tommy? She's like, oh, we're effing for a few months now. So they're asking him about, asking her about questions in terms of, has he been around, anyone that you're, not familiar with. She was like, well, I don't know, because when we're effing, there's nobody around, okay? And so they're asking her about drugs. She was like, well, we did do some blow one time. It was fun. It was fun. So she giving them a little bit, just playing with them, but she's not really,
Being very believable.
Yes, yes. Like Brillo, like what was your just think about Holly overall? How did you feel about Holly?
I couldn't stand Holly, but this was one of the one scenes where I did like, how she was moving. Holly could have been great, man, if she could have just followed a simple, she just tried to do too much.
Exactly.
Uh yeah, she could have been great if she like wasn't so damn crazy. She just had the crazy streak. Like,
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but she had some good qualities. Like she was not about to rat on Thomas Patrick Egan.
She was definitely thirsty. Okay, and to Marcus, yes, Sachs, the actor who plays Cooper Sachs, he was on the Crew Has It podcast. It was actually yesterday when I watched it, but yeah, it was a pretty good interview. He got pretty deep. I was like, oh wow, he's being very vulnerable. So I definitely had a good time watching that interview. Okay, so Angie gets a call from the Cleveland DA office, and they told her, yeah, Holly's warrant, yeah, it's been voided because the witness recanted their statement. So yeah, she's free to go. And so Angie's like, dang, like I'm gonna keep this girl because she's itching to get to the truth. She's so-called gun
Is
ho.
she? Is she itching to get to the truth?
Well, I think more so because she's telling her coworker she wants to get Lobos, but at this point, I feel like she really wants the truth in terms of Tommy, and I think that's her real motivation. Um,
Facts.
but the DA office was like, "Oh, we could go ahead and fax you the documentation." She was like, "Nah, don't you don't gotta worry about it. I'm gonna tell everybody." But Angie, she being real sneaky right about now. Okay, so they go back to your boy Sandoval, her and Greg, of course, because they also found out and realized that she was the one shot at Truth nightclub, that she was working there. And so they was thinking like, oh wow, if Tommy was there at the party in the ambulance with her, there's no way he could have killed Nomar because that happened on the same night. So Angie's all freaking out like, dang, we could have been just on a wild goose chase in this situation if this is true. So, Angie's been really like itching to talk to your boy and talk to your girl Holly. Like, do you feel like Angie was really only doing good police work when it came to like stuff she really didn't need to be worried about?
I agree with OT. She in a blender. She not doing no good police work. She just serving her self interest. She was gonna make everything fit regardless. She wasn't gonna follow the law. She wasn't following the law then.
No.
It's not good police work. She making a triangle fit in the square. She just serving her self interest, like my man OT said, in a blender.
That's
on high,
facts. Yeah.
on the highest of the high street, just mashing that boy. Got the thing, pushing the ice down.
And she ran it back again once, she stopped and took a break.
Right.
Hey, yeah, ho, what a great name. I like it. I mean, what's up? How are you? How are you? Are you a subscriber? If not, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure y'all do all of the things and liking the video. Okay. It's similar to walking in somebody's house and walking through the door. I mean, it's just damn near rude if you're not liking the video. Okay. So the duel of Angie's Booze, okay? Your boy. This is the beginning of Greg Knox's just demise at this point. He's just one of those, overzealous. He actually was a good cop. And I actually did feel bad, what happens to him. I'm not trying to, go too far. But he goes to, truth. And he's questioning Jamie, he's asking, well, what, relationship do you have with Tommy, business wise? Like, how involved is he in this business? And, Ghost is playing it to the left. He's like, well, he's more of a silent partner. And, he pretty much invested the capital to upstart Truth, but he really doesn't, do the ins and outs of the day-to-day basis. So he's, playing Greg to the left, but he's also feeling away because he knows, that's probably Greg. He didn't put he knows he's seen Greg before, but yeah, he's really feeling the way. He was trying to be slick, so he was like, well, because Greg and in the club, he pretty much complimented him. He was like, this is a great club, and Ghost was like, well, you could bring your girlfriend anytime if you have one. I was like, oh, good old Ghost. Okay, so look at your boy Lobos. Okay, he over there, telling Ghost like, okay, I'm gonna have to roll up through America ASAP pronto, and I'm gonna need my funds ASAP pronto because remember, you're the one who requested such of a large, inventory. So I need you to make sure my money's there when I get there. Okay, so Ghost, he pretty much got a lot of heat right now because they have more drugs than money at this point. Do you remember this, Steve Berlow? Like when he was over there. It's funny because he has his assistant holding the phone for him. I'm like, I
Right.
love Lobos. I love Lobos.
Lobos is too much of a boss. Never seen a character quite like Lobos. Man.
No,
He's
no,
intimidating, but in a different way. Like he really gives off cartel boss vibes. Like
definitely.
crazy. Like I would love to see. Like I know they had it. They talked about it on the Crew Has It. Like I would love to see something like that. That they
Like
had.
a Raising
Yeah,
Kanan situation. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. And
it would be
Courtney
crazy.
Kent, she's over there Netflix. So
Right. Some got to go over there. Hey man,
we're gonna
right.
do our Raising Rock. What is he the most unpredictable plug in Power, or can we
Yes.
think of somebody else?
Yes, I think so because who else was a plug? Jason really wasn't unpredictable. He was just a standard squareless plug.
Yeah,
Perfect plug. Professional, you know what I'm saying? Pressing, had power. Wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing nothing too outlandish. But Lobos was a wild card. You never know what could happen. At any moment he could just do something crazy. Like
OT
right,
said,
like
I don't care. I'm not calling Lobos Hefe. Pause. I can't with you, OT. Oh gosh. The only other person I can say he wasn't really unpredictable. He really threw us for a loop was Milan. Like when they discovered, his true
yeah.
reveal,
He
that was
definitely
crazy.
he definitely was. I would say probably the most intimidating.
Yes,
Uh,
definitely.
he was
Yes.
cerebral, and his plays, plus his reputation was just so horror film like. Like
Was Ghost scared of Milan more than Lobos or no? Or is it
yes,
the same?
yes, he tried to kill. Well, shit, they tried to kill Lobos on numerous occasions. He
Yeah.
thought he was smarter than Lobos. He knew he wasn't smarter than Milan.
Yeah.
Milan had him in the worst. He had him. I don't know what's worse than the Bengals. He had him on a damn cyclone at the state fair in Detroit.
Twister.
At the state fairgrounds. That that
Oh
that,
gosh.
that damn ride that go round and round.
Yes.
That you never get on. That you get stuck to the seat. That's what Ghost was on high.
Yeah, he'll say you solved the ready boo. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. OT said Knox and a NutriBullet. I can't. All right. So mind you, Jamie over there is getting stressed out because he has to sell all these drugs ASAP pronto. Okay. So of course we have to go to our most prized premiere at this point because Ruiz is selling
Even
all of the drugs. Yes, he's selling all of the drugs. So Jamie was like, I need you to round up your most prize hitters to kill the Serbs. And every time they mention the Serbs, I have PTSD because of what's going on in Force.
they've been getting stomped on for years. I see. But Milan and them was served, and Jason was pressing too. So I don't know.
I don't understand the inconsistency here. I mean,
Was Jason a serve? Yeah.
yes, yes.
Right.
I just don't get it, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna digress a little bit before I get real upset. Okay, so Ruiz was like, are you sure?" So he was like, "Yeah." I mean, Ghost promised him once he kills all the Serbs, which that didn't even seem like, from what we understood what the serves were, that didn't seem like a good matchup. But I'm like, okay. But he promised Ruiz, like, hey, you can have their territory. Therefore, y'all gonna be making more money. So it looked like, a mutually beneficial situation. Okay. But at this time, he gets a text from Tariq telling him, like, Dad, I'm at your hotel room because Ghosty got kicked out. So he leaves the meeting. Okay. So Tommy arrives late before Ghost, right after Ghost leaves. So Ruiz told Tommy, like, that's a bold move, killing the serves. Tommy's like, what you talking about, bro? So he, is getting Tommy abreast because, of course, Ghost has not communicated that Lobo's called. So Tommy was like, okay, I got another plan. There's another way around it. Like, hold your horses there. Like, that's not.
I forgot about this play, too. This was Tommy showing he's not dumb.
Exactly. And we're going to talk about that soon because I definitely want to know you and the chat's opinion on Tommy, okay? So we see here, I love this little clip. Vibro told Pancho, one of his henchmen, like, there are problems in paradise because it's obvious that Tommy and Ghost are not communicating at all, okay? And they over there just playing their dominoes and drinking beer. I mean, it's a good 4:00. That sounds like a good life, right?
Just chilling.
Chilling. All right. So Tommy, he asked your boy Julio, okay? He's like, hey, are you still messing with that, that chick that was cousins with somebody that was messing with someone in Vladimir's camp? He was like, nah, not no more. But he was like, well, can you get some information from her to see where they keep their drugs? And then he was like, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. But we know, like, either the last episode or the previous episode, Tommy, he ran up on your boy Julio because he thought he was trying to get at Holly, okay? They didn't show this, but do you think in this situation, should Tommy apologize to Julio for getting on him, or is it one of those situations where we're just not going to address it, we're just going to move on? Like, how would you think a drug entrepreneur should handle that type of situation with your right-hand man?
The boss don't have to apologize. This not a corporate America. You don't have to apologize. What's understood don't need to be said. The fact that you're alive means that you good.
That's true. I didn't really, see a point per se, but I know since I'm more partial to Julio, I love me some Julio. I was like, my boy Julio, I don't think he need to apologize because he was kind of wrong.
Sorry for accusing you of, right, Julio, I apologize for accusing you of such a thing.
I can see somebody like not Ruiz Lord, Lobo saying something like that, saying something real smooth, apologizing. I can see Lobo's doing that. He'll have a way with his words, though. But I was just curious. Like, chat, let me know. Do you think that your boy Tommy should have apologized to Julio for getting on him about Holly? Because I'm just saying, I was just curious what y'all thought. Okay, so I ain't gonna lie. Ghost and Tariq, there was bonded a little bit this episode. I was just like, once in like the whole series, I feel. But Tariq met Ghost at his hotel. He was like, your mom know you here? And he was like, yeah, she just told me to be home by dark, whatever. Long story short, Tariq has two girls that's, he has a girl that likes him, but he doesn't like her. He likes a whole nother chick. And of course, Ghost knows all about that. So he's over there, was like, you don't want to be caught between two women because, you're going to end up hurting the one you don't like. But it was a cute little moment. I ain't going to lie. But yeah, this is cute. This is cute. I know your son's like probably a little younger. Like, can't you wait to be giving this advice to your sons, Brillo? Like, those girl like conversations.
Yeah. I mean, definitely gonna get some sound advice. You got to be respectful. That's what I'm just gonna lead with, the respect of the young queens. Safety.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, some of these queens be real reckless.
Man.
Oh gosh, Ronald Cameron, what's up? Tommy snapped on 2-Bit. years later for disrespecting Keisha. He got a short fuse when it comes to his women. Yeah, that's true. He did get on your boy 2-Bit.
But that just showed how thorough 2-Bit was, because Tommy knew he was 2-Bit. I mean, he kept it 100%. He was right too.
Yeah,
That's why Tommy got his. That's why Tommy respect him so much.
yeah. And he be having his blinders on with when it comes with his women. He be a little dumb. Okay.
What up, though, Ray?
Tariq Latigan, yes, OT. Hey, Ray, what's up? How are you? I appreciate you coming through. All right, so of course they over here watching the Knicks game in the hotel room. I was just like, I had to cherish this moment because I don't remember no other time when your boy Ghost is spending time with his son Tariq. Okay, well, the only other time is when he almost got murked by the Jamaicans, but that wasn't, very long.
They love going to see them Knicks too.
Why you saying it like that?
Watching the Knicks lose, eating some pizza.
Oh, you ain't had
to gotta be a New York
tradition. You ain't had to do it like that.
That's a little New York tradition. Get some slices and watch the Knicks take a L.
I mean, those are my fondest memories. Being a kid in the nosebleed seats, looking like ants on the court. I had some fond memories.
But you in the garden, though.
Huh?
But you in the garden, though.
Yeah, man, it's
legendary.
I had a good childhood. We used to, back then, we were sneaking KFC buckets in there. Like, it was lit. Like, we was over there doing the most. Now I look back like that was hella ghetto.
You had a damn wing and flying drum as a look. I know you had the drum too, back killing that boy.
KFC was like, they was up there. It was top tier. I was like, how would we get away with this? Like, we were just, it was real lax back then in the 80s and 90s. I'm not even gonna lie. Shout out to the garden.
In the garden. How did that play? Like, that's amazing.
I don't even know. And my first concert was in the garden when I went to see. I don't even know why. I was way too young, but it was New Edition, and Bobby Brown had his single situation, and LL Cool J. And I'm like, why was I singing and dancing to them songs? Like, I was remember, like, because I used to be a dancer back then, so. I used to be in the aisles just singing and dancing and stuff. I'm like, I was way too young to be talking about some tenderoni. Like, I'm just saying, like, shout out to the Garden. I don't know if the Knicks will ever win a championship in the future.
She's gonna come back around. Man.
All right, moving on. Enough story time, okay? So Tommy comes over, of course, from Ruiz's house, and like Ghost, like, what is up? You be trying to kill the Serves now? Like, my man, like, what is up? Okay, so they have a conversation, and we're gonna listen to it and watch it, because it really shines a light on Tommy's, just strategy. So let's take a look here.
Okay, I'm down for whatever, but not this one. Why? Because you know him? I don't give a fuck if you're best motherfucking friends. We need the territory. This ain't about being friends. We can't start a fucking war killing the Serb with this kind of heat from Angela.
I was like, not Tommy, not wanting to be reckless, and Ghost not giving a damn about nothing. Like, this was like low-key a role reversal, okay?
it definitely was. And what it did was it kind of shined the light on I guess Tommy. He does seem more believable now as a leader. I mean, he didn't really have to show this side, but he's definitely making a Ghost-like decision. Like, it's definitely a role reversal. Man, it just made perfect sense. I mean, damn, it could have been written. Ghost should have said those words that Tommy said.
Exactly.
He sounded like Ghost when he said Angela.
Yes, exactly. Well, we want to continue watching this, okay?
Right now, he could say no because he don't need us.
But what if we could create that need? Remember what we did back in the day to the triads?
Yeah, we cut off that pipeline.
All right, and there's one little clip I want to conclude in this conversation because I have a question for y'all.
I was thinking of doing that same shit to the Serb. We close off all his pathways for him to get dope. I mean, we shut him down completely. And then he only got one option: to come to us.
So not only Tommy found another solution, he had the whole plan mapped out. And I'm like, come on, like I'm a little confused. So I have a question. Were the writers inconsistent with Tommy's intelligence? Because we would have spurts of Tommy really having good ideas, but overall, when we think of Tommy, he wasn't that bright. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like as a whole. So chat, let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if the writers were inconsistent, and put a 2 if they were consistent. But Brilla, what do you think about them just showing Tommy has it in him, but not all the time?
It's like this. Like I think they were consistent. It's like this. They all always showed us that he wasn't stupid. But I mean, just say you on a team, right? You got Jordan on the team. He going for 50. They only need you to rebound. They only needed him to show muscle. They really didn't need Tommy to do a lot of thinking because they winning. We winning the game. Why rock the boat? Jordan going for 50 right now. Why rock the boat? We winning. I'm gonna go ahead and average this 10 rebounds. That's what Tommy doing, right? But he can score when he need to. You know what I'm saying? He can carry the load when he need to, but I feel like that's what they're doing right now. Tommy didn't really need to think and show his brain because Ghost was running the organization, making the right plays for the most part.
Yeah, and I agree. That honestly is my train of thought when I thought of this. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of Tommy decisions set the organization back, or just either that or didn't help Ghost with being reckless. Like the whole situation with Kanan killing the RSKs, like it's just those stuff like that didn't help. Like I felt like if Tommy was a formidable, number 2
Definitely.
or partner all of the time, they would have went further. It just didn't help when he would have those reckless moments.
To me, to be fair, they couldn't have never went far. Ghosts don't have a leg to stand on. None of Tommy's decisions put the business at risk more than what James' decisions has. The fact that you are even dealing with Angela once you found out who she was and still trying to deal with her and still trying to move weight, that's the dumbest decision of all time. So it's like I understand what you're saying about Tommy, but I'm like, Ghost, he put the organization at risk so many times.
That's triple facts. Now, may I ask you, what would have been the perfect time for Ghost or Tommy to kill Angela? Once, because we already know Tasha low-key fumbled the situation by not doing the right thing when she saw them talking in the club. But let's say Ghost, finds out, or when Tommy finds out Angela's effect, because he found out first. What would have been the best time to kill her? Or was there a time where they really felt they could have, used her? I don't even think that was even possible. She was too gun-ho.
She was never willing to play immediately.
That's what I think. Immediately. When Tommy...
They knew where he stayed. As soon as she found out, they should immediately turn their water off. Left no trace of evidence and continue. It would have looked like a Lobos hit. It would have looked like...
That's true. I agree. Yeah, I think that night after he killed Nomar, when he was, outside Angie's house, of course she went home. He should have stayed there until she got home.
Stayed there till she got home and killed her.
Or just stayed in there, be in the closet like he was with Maria Suarez, whatever season that was, and did his thing. But I digress. Of course, she needed to, stay for the storyline. Karen said his recklessness overshadowed his intelligence. Yes, I agree. HEA said on site after Nomar. Yes. So James said 1, Ronald said 1, DeMarcus said 1. So the writers do feel that. The chat do feel like the writers were kind of inconsistent in terms of Tommy's intelligence. Thank y'all for chiming in. Okay, so let's move on. All right. So Ghost asked Tommy to take Tariq home because he don't want no smoke from your girl Tasha. Okay, and Tasha hot because apparently Tariq is doing what he loves to do. Okay, he loves to lie. Okay, shout out to his low key grandmother Raquel Thomas. Okay, so
Granny.
So
I'm running with that. That's his granny right there. That's why that's
Big Mama.
Where baby go.
Big Mama ain't had no Ain't had no effect on your boy at all. Raquel Thomas is Tariq's real grandmother, okay? Shout out to Raquel. I mean, just all I think about is the streets just knowing that, her and Tariq and Kanan and Ghost, everybody just all they do is lie. All they do is lie. But yeah, she's pissed off because of course Tariq lied, didn't tell the truth that he was going to see his pappy at the hotel. And so of course she makes him, go to his room. And Tommy thinks everything is cool. Was like, you know what, he just wanted to see his pops, what have you. She was like, oh, you forgot to tell me that your boy Ghost was, cheating on me, sleeping with Angie still. And so Tommy was like, that wasn't my place. And I agree, like, that's kind of messy. Like, do you think there's any situation, like, okay, if you're a Tommy, are there any situations where you would tell your best friend's wife that he's cheating on him? I don't think any man, unless they want that woman, I can't see a man telling. Like, Tasha, I think you're being a little unrealistic, even though y'all family. That's a tough situation.
No, I'm trying to think what I tell my sister. I think I would have to tell my blood sister. I couldn't let him do it. But that's about it.
So your sister, okay. I get it. That makes sense. Hey, Mo Dot. Keep up the good work. I really need to go back to watch season 2. Thank you for stopping by, Mo Dot. DeMarcus, once again, Ghost leaving a loose end that Tommy had to clean up. Angie. Right. James says, never tell, okay? HEA is Lloyd.
Man, would you tell your baby sister?
You asking me or you asking the chat? If it was, women, I feel like we're a little different. We telling, okay? We telling, and if we see it, we recording it, we taking a picture of it, we doing the whole investigation, okay?
Y'all ain't telling no, right? You ain't telling on your girl though. If she cheating, you ain't telling her man. That's for sure.
I'm gonna tell her it's wrong.
Even if they in the
tell her it's wrong.
Right. You gonna tell her she don't need to be doing that.
Oh, HEA, your family didn't tell you. Oh, I'm sorry. That's unfortunate.
Oh, that sucks.
That sucks. Did you curse them out at least? I hope you cursed the family. Unless it was grandmama, but grandma probably ain't, she probably.
No, I probably wouldn't even tell my sister. I would press my man like, hey, you better come clean, bro. It's up there. I have to break your arms, you better come clean. That's how I play it. Yeah, that's how I play it.
James said, I don't know nothing. Be like Pops on
right.
The ways, bro, don't tell.
Right. I'm gonna tell him like, you gotta come clean or we got a box.
Oh man, not a boxing match. I mean, that's cool. I mean, you have to hold your friends accountable. I'm a big, big on that because it's the company you keep. Anywho, let's move on. So Tommy was like, okay, I know Ghost out there cheating, but would you ever snitch on us and, let people know about our thing? She was like, boy, get out of my house. Like, you coming to me with this? Like, come on.
Well, she should have said, hell yeah, I would. Give me a couple years. I don't care nothing about you. I'm going to put a body on you.
Not a whole body.
You're going to go to jail for something you didn't do.
Come on now. I mean, to the end, we knew Tasha was a ride or die. I'm just saying.
Man, no, she wasn't. We saw what she did in Force. I mean, not Force, in Book 2.
We ain't talking about Book 2. I said before Ghost.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was ride or die for the purposes of this.
Hey, HEA, Grandma played. She didn't know, but Grandma knew too, HEA? Oh, man. I want to say Grandma could get the hands, but that's Granny, though. Oh, I'm not Grandma. Oh, man. That's messed up. I'm going to hide her dentures or something. I'm going to get Grandma back.
Must have been damn near family.
I know, right? Oh, that's trifling. Hey, Karen, I told a good friend and affected our relationship. Yeah, that's how it be. Like, when you do tell, it never really works out for the person who, lets the, cat out the bag. It's just real messy. Especially if they get back together or, it's a lot. James Kelly said, better a live chicken than a dead duck. You ain't said nothing but a word. Tommy owes Tasha a bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of, she eventually, it's low key foreshadowing because she actually was trying to hit your boy Tommy up. So yes. Anywho, let's move on. So Tasha has a conversation with Tariq and pretty much, asked like, "Hey, why did you go see your father?" He was like, "Oh no, I just wanted to see him." So she pretty much told Tariq like, "Hey, your father's not going to really be around anymore like that in the house. So I need you to kind of, make sure you're telling me everything." So they kind of have an important conversation, and she pretty much, implied like, "Hey, I need you to be the man of the house now that your father, I'm saying, is gone." So I have a question. Is it fair for mothers to give sons the man of the house title when the fathers are not present in the home? Now, of course, this is variation because we have some fathers that are not completely in their lives. In this situation, Ghost is still in their lives, but not in the house. But is this a lot for a son, for their mom to be like, "I need you to step up"?
Yeah, in this case, in Tasha's case, first I'm gonna talk about Tasha's. In Tasha's case, it's just a manipulation. She's planting the seeds right now that James is on the outs. James don't care about us. He's not gonna be around here for us. You can't go and talk to him. You're drawing a wedge between father and son early. We see the seeds being planted right now for the deceit. See, Tariq knows about all Ghost's flaws, but he doesn't know about all his mom flaws. That's why he eventually did what he did. So right now we see her planting the seed. In general, no, I think it's unfair, but you got to teach a single mom or something like that have to kind of try to teach a young man, which is difficult, how to, I guess, be responsible. Got to try to teach him those qualities that every man should have, and so I don't think it's totally out of line unless you're expecting him really to get out here and pay some bills.
Be like on the
I
wire.
mean, he could go take the garbage out, pump the gas, you know what I'm saying, hold the door, rake the leaves, get the snow, stuff like that.
Not
Take care
name
of
its
yourself.
mom. Name its mom
Right.
and the wire.
As long as you ain't trying to make him pay the light and gas bill.
Go sell that pack, son. Come on.
You gonna
Oh,
go
she was
sell
so
that pack.
She was so trash. Oh my gosh. She need to be like, we need a trash parent hall of fame or something. James Kelly said, whenever my dad was at home, I was the one looking out after my mom. That's commendable, James. Thank you.
Yeah, facts.
For mom dudes, okay? So Stern invites Ghost to a party, if you will, okay? And this is a little different, okay? It's a whole swinger situation up in here. We got I can't even post a lot of these pictures online, okay? This was the safest pictures I could post because Ghost was seeing it all. He like, what in the hell? What is going on up in here? Okay, so
I'm trying to
Stern.
get him in the secret society, I guess.
Yeah. I was like, Stern, you are doing the most, okay? And to add insult to injury, his wife is at the bar. She over there flipping through a magazine, all nonchalant. So he was like, "Oh, aren't you Stern's wife?" She was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, have you seen Stern?" Yeah, he probably somewhere in the bathroom with a little boy. I mean, not a little boy, but a young man, of age, of course. And I'm just like, oh my God, what in the open relationship is going on here? So I had to put a picture of Stern with the young man on the bottom left. And then he was like, James, my man, my boy, I got, a whole little 32 flavor situation for you. Like, you want to indulge? Because, most, men, they kind of sometimes want to vary, their little flavor that they have at home. And I was just like, this is a lot. Like, yeah, black girls, white girls, foreign girls. I was like, look at Stern.
Yes. Sheesh. Yeah, I'm straight.
You said you straight.
Yeah, now. Man, that's a charge. Man, it's waiting at you. You don't know what camera on. Like, you got to be thinking.
And that's true too. Because if he would have really took Stern up his offer, he probably would have found himself in a situation where he could have been recorded. Stern would have probably held it over his head. Like, it would have been bad. So I'm glad James decided to decline all of what your boy Stern was offering.
Yeah,
I'm like, that was a lie, Stern. That was a lie. He was one of the characters that I ain't gonna lie, I low-key hated him, but I still liked him as a character. Like, kind of like a Dre situation. Like, dang, I hate him, but he's so good of a character. He always had ghosts in the blender. I mean, 99% of the time, okay? So while he's at this party, our plan to rob the Serbs come in action, okay? So the Serbs, they're over there having a tattoo party. Vladimir's brother, he's a, guest of honor, and they're over here having big fun, big kicking it, okay? And of course, they have a little spot where they hide the drugs, pretty much a restaurant. So Tommy, Vibito, Dre, Poncho, they over there stealing all of the Serb drugs, okay? Because their plan, if you didn't catch the clip, their plan is to rob the Serbs of all their drugs, so they will not have a choice but to go to Tommy and Ghost to get their re-up. So we over here just Tommy, he was thinking, okay. So while they was completing their plan, Poncho got shot and Dre killed the guy that shot Poncho. So just keep note of this, because this comes to play later on in the seasons, that Dre low-key had Poncho's back, because they're going to be having a little alliance later on in future seasons, okay? And so Vladimir, he is advised that, hey, we got robbed, okay? The restaurant, the transporter, they got it all. The ports, everything. And, we see on the bottom, he said that was the re-up from Milan. And you could tell Milan had them boys shook. Like, thinking about all that happened when Milan wasn't even seen, the fact that he played Ghost so well, like, I low-key wasn't mad at Milan.
Yeah, they should have kept him around longer. I don't know why they rushed that kill. I know I'm usually the way he was pressing, like, he should have been around for way longer.
Yeah, he should have been one of them.
He went down way too easy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Was he there like a whole season? I can't remember.
He was in and out.
Yeah, that is true.
It's like they tried to wrap it up. Like, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up. New plug.
They missed the mark with that.
So, Vladimir asked his dude, like, hey, who was responsible for this hit? And so Tommy, pretty much put a racial slur that, on the wall to make it seem like the Albanians did the hit, because Ghost and Tommy referenced, hey, when we did the hit with the triads, our fingerprints were all over it. So we have to make sure that, there's no clue that we actually are doing this. So I was like, okay, this was real cute. Okay. And of course, in the clutch, Tommy's plan is working. He got a call from Vladimir. He offered, a nice handgun for his brother. He came with gifts. Okay. And then, Vladimir was like, is your offer still on the table? And Tommy played it so cool. He was like, well, I'm gonna have to see, what Ghost say, but I mean, it should be all right. So, of course, their plan worked. So now the Serbs are working with Ghost and Tommy. You have anything to say about this, bro, before we move on?
Vladimir made sure he let him know, like, yep, this just for this re-up. Because when Milan get back, I'm back.
Yeah, Tommy was like, well, we'll see. But, of course, they're trying to make it long term. But the Serb is like, nah, this is only a temporary situation, okay? So Angie's over there interrogating or trying to interrogate Holly, and she gets a text, I'm outside of your job. You can't be pulling up at the Fed's office like this, Ghost. Like, what are we doing here? That's a little too eerie for me, okay? So he's telling her, like, yo, Greg Knox came to my, to my job. And of course, she knew about it, but she knew after the fact. So she was like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm trying to keep this as far away from you as possible. So he real tight. He was like, is that Greg? Is that your ex, Greg? So, of course, all these lines are being crossed. And she was like, I got to go back upstairs, bro. Like, at the end of the day, like, Ghost is really trying to press her. Like, how close are they on that ass? And so She's trying to calm him down, and goes. I think he sees himself going in the blender. He's going in the blender.
Facts.
Oh God! But they, share a kiss, and she goes back upstairs. Okay, so of course Holly she decided not to snitch. Okay, so they're threatening her, freedom, pretty much saying, okay, pack it up, time to go on that bus to Cleveland to serve those 3 years. Okay, because of course nobody else on the team knows that Holly's situation, her case was voided. So Angie's trying to save herself. So Holly asks to go to the bathroom, and Angie low key like makes an excuse, and acts like Paz is calling so she can go in the bathroom. Okay, but I have a question for you in the chat. Okay, because Brillo, we had a nice little conversation on Sunday about snitching when we was talking about Rock. So if Tommy provided the feds with info on Tommy, would that be considered snitching? So
If who provided the fed?
Yeah, because technically she's not in the game, but she's adjacent to it. So is that snitching if she would have gave them some information?
She's in the game. Once she stayed around, when she found out what Tommy was doing, you no longer a civilian. You aiding and abetting. You part of the organization, but you just not getting paid. I mean, she's with Tommy, and she will be putting him in jail. If you put somebody in jail, you snitching.
Chat, what do y'all think? Put a 1 if you think it would be snitching. Put a 2 if no. But yes, it's a tricky situation, but I feel like at this point she's in so deep. Yeah, it's low key snitching at this point. She's giving me like real low key like Adriana vibes in terms of The Sopranos, just a little bit, because I really adore Adriana, but she just took a bad turn. Hey Detroit, what's up? How are you? DeMarcus said it's snitching. James said it's snitching. HEA said it's snitching. All right, so we all agree. It's snitching. DeMarcus Holly would have been the snitch. James said, yeah. So yeah, we all agree. Okay, it's good. We kind of agree on this situation. So this scene right here, y'all, I loved it. I really loved it. So sorry, it's hard for me to keep my composure. So Angie, she goes in there because it's a fed outside, and your girl Angie was like, okay, Holly, we need to talk. Okay, girl, like, we know you're messing with ghosts. Like, you need to talk. So Holly, she's peeping through, the stalls. Like, what, girl? What? That face looks familiar. So we're gonna just see how this scene played out. Okay, I love it, y'all.
I remember you. You fucked James at Truth. What? Up against the wall in his office. Well, he's cheating on Tasha with you.
That's what you get for not locking the doors when you're trying to be with your sneaky link. I'm just saying, we're going to continue this conversation.
James St. Patrick doesn't have anything to do with this. Is that what you told them? You convinced those fuckheads that Tommy is Ghost. You're protecting James. No, wait. Oh, wow.
We see Angie's going in the blender too.
Deep. She on the cyclone too.
Let's continue the blenderization of it all.
Taking her height, like you tall enough to get on this ride.
Let's continue the blender.
You didn't know. You dumb bitch. You're the one sleeping with ghosts, not me.
You dumb
Power
bitch.
on. Right. High speed blender.
You dumb bitch. Play that one more time.
I'm gonna play it one more time. This was so classic.
You didn't know. You dumb bitch. You're the one sleeping with ghosts, not me.
Y'all. And this right here, mind you, this is season 2, episode 5. mid-season situation here. Low key, like this is what Power is known for. So I don't want to go back to Raising Kanan, but that's what we're used to, like these big revelations in mid-season shows.
Y'all want to hear
No, I
Joe
love the
sing.
episode, but it wasn't jaw-dropping. That's my point. Like, I love episode 5 of Raising Kanan, but it wasn't like I left my couch, was like, okay, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I liked it, but I thought I was just gonna leave the situation with a jaw drop. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get off my Raising Kanan rants. Angie was shook, yes. Vitamix blender. She said it perfect. Like, oh my God, this scene was like one of the best scenes ever. So let's finish the situation.
I love you. I can't leave.
I gotta play it one more time, man.
I love you. I can't leave.
Dum, dum. That music be the music be
the score.
The score
Chef's
be
kiss.
man. He on that piano. Right. Oh, she broke it down too.
The fingers
Told it and
crip walk.
everything.
The fingers crip walking on the piano. Yes, the ugly cry. No way a random chick should know that. You a whole fed out here. Oh, you got the worst luck ever. Ugly baby cry. Yes. I mean, Angie had the snot. She had the hand on the chest, like she was getting heart palpitations. I forgot what show it is, but it was heart palpitations.
Done.
Oh my God, y'all. I enjoyed this so much. Andy's face, like you can see like the little wrinkles right here in between the eyes. Like I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at her. Look at her. Blender. Oh, she had a little crying session, but she walked out. You know what? I'm a bad bee right now. All right. Game time. So she sees your boy Greg Knox in the hallway. He was like, "You okay?" She's like, "All right, I'm fine. All right." So Ghost is at her apartment waiting on her when she get home. But who else is outside watching? Oh my God. Greg Knox. And he's looking like, what the hell is going on? He got the wrinkles between the eyes. He just like, what?
Right. They about to hit the piano on him too.
Crit walking, the fingers crit walking on the key. And
man,
I ain't gonna lie,
it looked Greg Knox, man. I could not stand that man.
Me either. The optics look real bad. It looked real bad. Greg is like, not only my boo is with another man, my co-worker looked like she over here conspiring with the criminals. Oh Lord. So Angie, she got her game face on and she ends the episode, pretty much, hey babe, how was work? So, now we about to see like all the games about to be played, and I'm excited. I am definitely excited. DeMarcus said the Power Universe had the best stalkers. Yeah. Shout out to Jukebox.
Legendary.
So yeah, that was pretty much the end of the episode. Looking up my channel lineup. Of course, I do Raising Kanan on Sundays, 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, what you're watching right now, Power Season 2, Wednesday, 8:15 with the Trap Queen. I will be going live for Atlanta Season 4, Episode 1 this Friday at 8:15. So if you watch Atlanta, please catch me there. Trap Chat episode 2 will be released in a couple weeks, where I sit down with another creator and get all in their business. Okay, if you haven't seen Trap Chat episode 1 with Brillo, please check that out. Please also check out my Harlem Nights review I did last week, and I will be reviewing Poetic Justice later on in the month as well. So, Brillo, what do you have going on your channel?
Okay, I just recorded Slang and Rock episode 5. Go check that out. Definitely broke down some of Rock plays and put some things on the table with that. So, what I got coming up? Of course, we got the live pack on Monday, and we got the reaction pack right after the episode. Come join us. But before that, tomorrow we got the sports pack. TVC Sports presents the sports pack tomorrow at 8:00. So lock in with the real.
All right. And before we get out of here, I have a couple things to say. I just have to rewatch this again.
I love you. I can't leave.
Man,
In a word,
I'm gonna have to put that together there.
in a word from Holly, I'm just saying.
You didn't know. You dumb bitch. You're the one sleeping with ghosts, not me.
And also a word from your boyfriend.
You big dummy.
Because how are you, the feds, dealing with this? Okay, so y'all, please make sure you are over there supporting your girl, liking the video, subscribing to my channel. Notification bell should be on. Make sure you're commenting. If you're watching the replay, the chat, I appreciate all of you guys for chiming in. DeMarcus, James Kelly, Karen Jones, HEA, Detroit. Let's see here. Daria. Let's see here. Mo.J came through. Ronald Cameron, OT, Ray, yeah, Ho. Samara.
Made me think of that one ad lib, that 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah. That's what I think about every time. And Brenda, yes, thank you guys. So please make sure your girl's trying to get to at least 500 subscribers in the next week or so. So please listen to Big Worm, because I feel like y'all playing with my emotions. Okay?
Stop playing with me.
Please stop playing with me, okay? But yeah, I appreciate all of you for stopping through, okay? So check me on Friday at 8:15 for Atlanta review. And yes, please making sure you're doing all of the things. And make sure if you're not subscribed, to subscribe to Brillo, the Big Review, okay? Until next time, toodles.
Peace.